Well, in other news now, Russian authorities have moved jailed Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny to a remote penal colony in northern Russia. That's according to his spokesperson. Navalny's team tracked him down after he hadn't been seen for more than 2 weeks. His lawyer visited him in the new prison. Navalny is seen as the most prominent opponent of President Vladimir Putin and is serving a 19-year sentence for alleged extremism and other charges. He was imprisoned nearly 3 years ago. Let's cross now to DW's Russia analyst Konstantin Egert. Konstantin, hi there. So finally, a confirmation that Navalny is alive. What else do we know?
Well, we do know that he is in one of the most remote penal colonies in Russia. It's the Yamal Peninsula on the banks of the Arctic Sea. It's permafrost there, and it is very, very badly connected. Essentially, there is only one channel of communication, prison letters, and that means that visiting Navalny and maintaining contact with him will be extremely difficult. And that was probably the whole idea behind his transfer. And of course, there was an additional insult and suffering added to the family and to the followers of Navalny because for 2 weeks, there was no news about him. But in a sense, Jared, it's a standard procedure for high-profile prisoners. When they are being transported from one penal colony to another, it's sometimes done under this cover of secrecy, actually to increase suffering. Because, to remind you, the Russian penal system remained, well, give or take, more or less the same as it was under Stalin. And it was designed as a giant system of torture.
Konstantin, given all that, what are the conditions that we might assume Navalny is being held in?
Well, his associates are saying that it is a very strict colony. By strict, that means that, for example, his ability to take a walk, because every prisoner has a right to have 30 minutes or 40 minutes of a walk every day. Now it may be, every week, for example. He's probably kept in solitary confinement, or he's going to be put in solitary confinement for any kind of small infringement that the prison administration will definitely find, because there is no limits to the to breaking the rules in the eyes of the prison authorities in Russia. They always find some small things which they can use as punishment, as a reason for punishment. So I suppose it will be very, very difficult for Alexei, much more difficult than in the previous place, which was not at all an easy one.
Konstantin, Russian authorities had refused to disclose where Navalny was. Now that we do know a bit more, where he is and how he is, what messages could the authorities be sending with this new information?
Well, the message is very simple. Navalny is going to rot in jail for as long as Putin is in power, and that's going to take quite a bit of time. They also demonstrated by these 2+ weeks of holding him incommunicado that they can do anything to him, that Navalny's life is completely at the mercy of the Kremlin. That was stressed again, and stressed during the beginning of Putin's so-called election campaign, preparations for his so-called election. I think that the message is very simple. There is only one politician in Russia. His name is Vladimir Putin, and anyone who stands in his way is going to get an extremely harsh treatment.
Russia analyst Konstantin Egert there. Konstantin, thanks so much.